The Middle East is shaped by the rivalry between Iran and Israel, two nations that see each other as existential threats. Their conflict doesn't play out on shared borders, but their strategies ripple across the region. Israel, small but technologically advanced, relies on precision and quality, striking with accuracy to avoid wider wars. Think of Israel's approach as a surgeon's scalpel, targeted, careful, and designed to minimize collateral damage. Israel invests in elite fighter jets, smart bombs, and world-class intelligence to hit high-value targets with minimal risk. Its strategy is born from necessity. With limited manpower, Israel cannot afford drawn-out wars. Iran, by contrast, is vast and populous. It can't match Israel's tech edge, so it focuses on quantity, building thousands of missiles and drones. Iran's approach is the hammer overwhelming force, launching barrages to saturate and break through defenses. This allows Iran to threaten its enemies and project power without direct confrontation. The clash of these strategies creates a volatile balance: precision versus saturation, quality versus quantity. An Israeli strike could trigger a massive Iranian missile response, risking rapid escalation. Civilians across the region live under the shadow of this rivalry, caught between two opposing doctrines. Understanding these strategies is key to grasping the region's fragile balance of power. The stakes are high. A single miscalculation could ignite a conflict with devastating consequences. The Middle East's future hinges on how these two rivals wield their scalpel and hammer. The world watches, hoping for restraint, but always bracing for the next move. This is the story of two strategies shaping a region on the edge. Israel's doctrine is built on maintaining a qualitative military edge, superior technology, training, and intelligence. The Israeli Air Force, equipped with stealth F-35s and advanced weaponry, is the centerpiece of this approach. Precision is everything. Smart bombs and guided missiles strike specific targets, disrupting enemy plans without triggering all-out war. This war between wars means hundreds of small, targeted strikes, especially in Syria, to keep threats at bay. Intelligence agencies like Mossad fuel this strategy, using satellites, spies, and cyber tools to pinpoint targets. Every successful strike is the result of meticulous intelligence work. Drones play a crucial role, providing constant surveillance and the ability to strike without risking pilots. Israel's drones gather real-time data and can deliver pinpoint attacks, fitting perfectly into its high-tech doctrine. The focus is always on surgical precision: neutralize threats, avoid escalation, and maintain deterrence. This strategy allows Israel to manage threats proactively, keeping larger wars at bay. The scalpel's edge is sharp, but it requires constant vigilance and flawless execution. For Israel, technology and intelligence are force multipliers, turning a small nation into a formidable power. The goal: stay one step ahead, strike first, and keep the enemy off balance. In this high-stakes game, precision is survival. Iran's strategy is the opposite: quantity over quality, saturation over precision. Lacking Israel's advanced tech, Iran has built a vast arsenal of ballistic missiles and drones. The goal: launch so many projectiles at once that even the best defenses are overwhelmed. This saturation attack aims to cause chaos, panic, and real damage, targeting cities, bases, and infrastructure. Iran's missiles range from short to long range, hidden in underground silos and tunnels, making them hard to preemptively destroy. Speed and deception are key. Maneuverable missiles and hidden launchers complicate enemy defenses. Drones add another layer, used in swarms to exhaust air defenses before the main missile barrage. Iran's approach is psychological as much as physical. The threat of hundreds of incoming missiles is meant to deter attacks. This hammer strategy is about survival, ensuring any attack on Iran comes at a steep price. By combining numbers, concealment, and relentless development, Iran keeps its adversaries guessing. The hammer may lack finesse, but its sheer force is a powerful deterrent. In Iran's eyes, overwhelming firepower is the ultimate insurance policy. Side by side, Iran and Israel's military strengths reveal their strategic choices. Israel dominates the skies with hundreds of advanced fighter jets, F-35s, F-15s, and F-16s, while Iran's air force relies on outdated aircraft. Iran, however, is a missile superpower, fielding thousands of ballistic missiles across the region. Israel's missile arsenal is smaller but backed by world-class missile defense, Iron Dome, David's Sling, and Arrow systems. On the ground, Iran's forces outnumber Israel's, but Israel's troops are better trained and equipped. Israel's defense budget is over $20 billion, focused on high-tech weapons and R&D. Iran spends less officially, but channels resources into missiles, drones, and supporting regional proxies. Israel invests in quality and innovation, Iran in numbers and regional influence. The result: Israel is a technological powerhouse, Iran a master of massed firepower. Each side's strengths and weaknesses reflect their unique security needs. The balance is delicate. One side's advantage is the other's vulnerability. This arms race shapes not just their rivalry, but the entire region's security landscape. The contest is as much about priorities as it is about firepower. Experts see Israel's precision strikes as a way to manage threats without risking major wars. Mowing the lawn to keep enemies in check. Iran's missile buildup is viewed as a survival tactic, a deterrent to make any attack unbearably costly. Both strategies carry risks. A miscalculated Israeli strike could provoke massive retaliation. Iran's saturation threat could spiral into all-out war. The line between limited conflict and escalation is razor-thin. Each side's doctrine is logical, but the danger of miscalculation is ever present. The region lives under the shadow of mutually assured destruction. One wrong move could unleash devastation on a scale neither side truly wants. Beneath the strategies and weapons, millions of civilians bear the brunt of this rivalry. In Israel, missile alerts send families racing to shelters, disrupting daily life and fueling constant anxiety. In Syria, Lebanon, and Iraq, Israeli airstrikes and Iranian-backed militias turn neighborhoods into battlegrounds. Civilians are caught between precision strikes and proxy warfare with no safe haven. In Iran, billions spent on missiles come at the cost of economic hardship, sanctions, inflation, and shortages. The threat of war justifies government crackdowns and stifles hope for change. A full-scale conflict would be catastrophic: mass casualties, destroyed infrastructure, and a refugee crisis destabilizing the region. The human cost is staggering: lives upended, futures lost. For ordinary people, the rivalry is not abstract, it's a daily struggle for safety and normalcy. The true price of this conflict is paid far from the front lines. The Iran-Israel conflict extends into the shadows: espionage, sabotage, and cyber warfare. Israel's Mossad is linked to assassinations and sabotage inside Iran, targeting nuclear scientists and facilities. Iran's Quds Force supports militant proxies and plots attacks against Israeli interests worldwide. Both sides use covert operations to strike without open war, keeping the fight at arm's length. In cyberspace, Iranian hackers target Israeli infrastructure, while Israel launches digital attacks like the infamous Stuxnet virus. Cyber attacks disrupt daily life, sow fear, and demonstrate vulnerability on both sides. The digital battlefield is relentless, each side probing for weaknesses, seeking an edge. These shadow wars rarely make headlines, but they shape the conflict's trajectory. The struggle is constant, invisible, and increasingly decisive. In this arena, information is as powerful as any missile. The Iran-Israel conflict is a regional chess match, fought through allies and proxies. Iran's axis of resistance, Hezbollah, Syrian regime, Iraqi militias, Houthis, extends its reach and threatens Israel from multiple fronts. Hezbollah alone fields over 150,000 rockets, creating a second front that could erupt if Israel strikes Iran. Israel counters with formal alliances, normalizing ties with Arab states like the UAE and Bahrain, united by shared fears of Iran. Intelligence sharing and security cooperation create a new regional bloc against Iran's influence. Proxy warfare turns the Middle East into a tinderbox. Any skirmish could escalate into a wider war. The conflict is no longer just Iran versus Israel, but a struggle between rival coalitions. The risk a local clash could ignite a regional firestorm. Iran and Israel's opposing strategies have forged a fragile, dangerous balance in the Middle East. Precision meets saturation, technology faces massed firepower, each move triggers a counter-move. The risk of miscalculation is ever present. A single mistake could spark a regional war. Proxies and alliances mean any conflict could quickly spiral beyond control, threatening global stability. Peace remains elusive. Deep mistrust and clashing interests block direct negotiations. Only de-escalation and back-channel diplomacy offer hope for stability. Until then, the region teeters between uneasy peace and devastating war. The world holds its breath, knowing the next move could change everything.